Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second session of Worksite Wednesday. We have the opportunity to be interviewing Jubilee Arts. Hey, guys, how are y'all?
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Before we start with the questions, do y'all want to introduce yourselves?
So I'm Talil. How y'all doing?
I'm China Smith.
Good afternoon. My name is Ty J. McLaurin.
Who's going first and last?
My name is Shariah Jones.
My name is Kenya Johnson.
Nice meeting y'all. It's a pleasure to have y'all here. Well, for those who is the first time here, my name is Manuel, and these are my co-hosters.
My name's Aaron Vass. I'm with the Youth Advisory Council.
My name is Roger Jackson, and we come to the Youth Advisory Council.
hmm So yeah, let's start.
How's your day going so far?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Great.
It's been good.
Wait.
Okay, so let's start. Y'all do art, right? Like your job is related to art.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have a question for y'all. Do you believe your job has influenced you, your love for art, for the better, or it has drained you to the point where you like kind of want to go away from art?
I personally believe that it has influenced my passion for art for the better. I've gotten the chance to meet other people who also have their own artistic passions and their own desires, and that has really, influenced me.
Yeah, I feel as though it influenced like the love for art because it expands your mind to more than what we already knew, and we get like perspectives from our coworkers. So it's like it's so many new ideas every day.
hmm Um, do I wanna the others in the background? Do I want to say anything else or?
It made me want to get better at my art. And I like the part when I get to share my art with other people and see what kind of art they do. It's interesting.
Um,
Yeah.
I like to share my designs that I make when I'm working here. Since we're finally getting into the design part, it's gonna be fun. And I'm already an artist, so it's easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, for me personally, I like that we get the design T-shirts, and at the end of the session, that we'll all have made a T-shirt, and I feel like I would be proud that I contributed to that design.
What are some
Um,
of your favorite art pieces or designs y'all have made?
Hmm.
Mine was one of our shirts. It says black before it was cool. That was personally one of my favorites because it expresses how like the black culture, how we were like cool before it became a trend. And
One of the designs I fell in love with was the We Must Align shirt because that shirt's supposed to represent how we all should be like the planet. We should all be in alignment and work together.
I like that message. Yeah.
Okay.
in my group so far we haven't made this shirt yet, but we've been making stuff for like mental health, and I really enjoy mental health shirts.
Mhm. Yeah, mental health is really important nowadays, especially media, um, family issues. A lot of stuff can influence on that. Yeah. Do you wanna ask something?
Also, I would like to ask, what skills would you like to gain, or have you already gained from this work site that you've done?
A lot of skills I gained were like communication skills and like social skills, being more open and not like shy anymore. And we also like practice like our professional business skills. So they were like some skills that I really like. Yeah, I agree with China, like professionalism that we can take to other jobs.
I gained a new sense of confidence.
That's something really important. Yeah. That's it's really nice that y'all got those values because in every single job you go, you're gonna have to work with your coworkers in one way or another. So that's good. Um, Let me ask y'all another question. What has been your favorite thing about YouthWorks this summer? Like y'all commented about, socializing, getting confidence, but specifically about the job itself. What other things could be?
Let's see.
The new people, like him, he's a good person.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would say the people, and plus like the job, like I said, it offers like business skills. And I one day want to own my own business. So it's like those skills really like prepare me for what I'm
Yeah.
ready to do.
And along with learning about business and entrepreneurship, we've also got our chance to improve as artists.
Yeah. So oh, so y'all wanna go like into entrepreneurs in the
Hmm.
future?
Sure.
Yes,
What would those businesses be about? Related to art, or would it be about something else?
they would be related to art.
Well, mine
Like,
was oh, okay,
oh,
mine
I was gonna ask like
um
what?
yeah, my business that I want to start is really about clothes. So it's like the design and the business part combines together because I'm really trying to learn how to graphic design so that I can put those designs onto like t-shirts and stuff. So it like
God,
it all plays together.
God, yeah.
Similar for me because I want to be a fashion designer or like an interior designer.
Yeah. For me, even though photography doesn't necessarily relate to anything involving fashion, unless we're talking about taking pictures of like fashion models or anything like that, I think that design and the elements of design can sort of connect to composing a photo.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, it has to relate a lot.
Comments
Um,
can also share your ideas and your thoughts.
mhm.
Uh, Another question is, what are you looking forward to the most in youth works?
For me, the fashion show to see, since this is my first year to see like my artwork actually come to life and be on some like have somebody wear it and for them to buy it.
Getting paid. No.
That's for
I mean,
everybody.
yeah, right. I mean, so everyone wants that money.
Yeah.
Um, so I have another question. Because I used to draw before, but I kind of go away from it. Because you know, when I do something by my willing, like I want to do it, I get along with it pretty well. But when someone makes me do something that I don't really want to do, that kind of drains me a lot. So that's why I got away from art. So I have a question for you: Is what is the process for like design or drawings do y'all use? Does it come from a model or does it come from your imagination entirely?
I'm gonna go first. Uh, it comes from research, Pinterest, and all types of things, especially with imagination and other people and their ideas and stuff like that.
Mm.
For me, it really comes from like things I'm passionate about and like like certain colors I like to use. So it's like once I put like all my ideas together, I'll be able to come up with something. Sometimes I do get like inspiration from other things.
For me, it's all about just letting your imagination run wild.
Yeah, yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah.
I know she said she make things that she's passionate about. What are some other things y'all can share that y'all are passionate about or want to talk about?
I'm passionate about sculpting and toy designing. I like to make little sculptures or statues out of different material.
Oh God, I admire you for that because that looks really, really difficult to do.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. I swear this is gonna be the last time I talk about photography. So, like, part of what I enjoy about it is being able to sort of explore the world and also get a chance to show it through a perspective of mine, even in a lens, you could say, haha.
Haha. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like feel bad for speaking about photography. I mean, it's what you dedicate to. We'll actually like to hear more about it. So one last question.
So what are some things that you think personally? What do you think you think of when you are making your art?
The outcome.
Well, for me, something that I actually tend to think about when it comes to creating art is the way it'll make a viewer feel when they see it.
Yeah, me, I think about like how it ties to what like I'm trying to say, like a message that I can put into it.
I think about how outlandish I can make the sculpture and how wacky it'll turn out.
um, what's the biggest project or piece of art you have ever done?
Hmm.
Uh,
So, are we speaking as in the context of Jubilee Arts?
It
Anyway,
can be anything.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I painted a mural with like four other individuals. It's on the side of Robert C. Marshall, right on Pennsylvania Avenue. Yeah.
I painted a mural too. It was on YouthWorks too. It was on Sandstown. I don't remember where it was, but it took us like the whole summer to complete that mural. It was crazy to paint, but the sun, and burning us to death. It was enjoyable, but at the same time, like my neck was like full red. You know.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but like once it was done, like I just felt like it was worth it.
Yeah.
That's lucky.
Um, oh, okay. Well, actually, on my birthday, I was like at an art event where I sold one of my pictures for $200. I think.
Nice. So one of your pictures was worth $200.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was. I don't have any pictures, but it. I. I don't know what you like describe it as, but it was like this big, and it was on a COVID event. So yeah.
What was your reaction to it? Were you like, "Oh my god"?
Uh, they wanted to buy it previously before, like it was on sale because I didn't really feel like selling it. But yeah,
Oh, so you wanted to buy your own picture? Or...
no, I just didn't. I just wanted to take it home, but they ended up buying it. So yeah.
Oh, okay. But I don't know.
What are some obstacles you have faced while working?
Hmm. Let's see.
I would say like brain block, like
Yeah,
like
actually,
like when you just can't think of stuff. Like that'd be the most frustrating thing ever.
yeah. But usually, I'll be given a piece of information that like instantly gets my mind going.
It just fucks everything.
Oh, so you like the major obstacle would be like when your mind just blocks out and it doesn't let you come up with an idea.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Um, Fortunately, when I was like into drawing and all of this art, I didn't quite really have a block because all of the drawings I would do would come from like an original picture. Like say I would have like the picture of, I don't know, Michael Jackson. This is an example, and I would like draw it down. So that's why I admire so much the people that use their imagination to draw, because for me to like have a picture in my imagination and like just picture it in a paper is like my whole other thing. And yeah, it's like amazing. um right.
Uh, so, in your opinion, who would you say inspires you the most and why?
I would say that my mother inspires me the most. She was actually part of what got me interested in photography initially because I tended to take before I actually got my hands on an actual camera, I would use my phone camera, take pictures just about all the time. And
Mhm.
it was something I enjoyed and something that I had a talent for. So my mom suggested that it could become something bigger than what it was. So eventually I ended up getting my hands on an actual camera and it was all history from there.
Mhm. About what age did you start?
I started at 15 years old,
15. Okay. How old are you right now?
17.
Okay,
Wow, I was really looking out for you.
okay. um no,
What are your favorite artists or graphic designers, if there are any?
Well, assuming we aren't talking from a musical standpoint, I'll probably say that for me, my favorite artist is John Basquiat, if you know what that is.
No.
no.
If you want to talk a little bit about them, you can.
Yeah.
Or if anybody in the chat know about him.
Yeah, so he was an artist from New York who made a lot of art pieces that were about Black people being in positions of power. He actually has a what is essentially a logo that is a crown with 3 points that is meant to again represent the theme of Black people in a position of power. And I ended up learning about him in art class, and I've really enjoyed his work.
In what year did he do his art? Like era?
I can't recall.
Was it like kind of like in the 80s, 90s when
It was
those?
about 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, because in those times, even now, there was a lot of conflict between whites in the power against
Other
the
races.
other races, Latino, blacks, Asians, even Asians. Yeah. Yeah,
Also,
very interesting.
oh, I would say
Um,
some of my favorite like graphic designers or artists are the people like in this program because a lot of them have like a lot of talent, and I don't know, I think that.
Hmm.
For me, I think my favorite artist is probably Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo. Yeah, I know her. Yeah. Um, I have another question. This may be a little hard. Um, do you value more a drawing or a piece of art that is just like really, really good looking, really like amazing, like portrait on a museum, or do you value more another piece of art that may not be as beautiful as the other one, but tries to send a message? Which one do you think values more?
Well, in an ideal world, it could be both. But for me, I believe that sending a message is what's important because when it comes down to art in general, that's part of what it is. It's about expression and
Mhm.
sharing a message.
Yeah.
I agree.
What do y'all think? Like,
Would anybody else like to answer that?
I think. I guess
I
we're in
think
agreement.
I think that any form of art, no matter whether it be a sculpture or a drawing or anything along those lines, it can tell a message and it can speak to the person's heart. And when a good artwork speaks to the person's heart, that's how people get their favorites.
hmm, that's it. Yeah. There's some people that just like grab a pencil and they're feeling sad, maybe they're feeling happy, in love, or something like that, and they just start drawing. And many of the historical pieces of art have come from those type of feelings. Yeah.
So, who would y'all say is the most famous person that you know that you've worked with?
Mhm.
Mm.
Well, I have actually worked with a couple of professional photographers. Okay, this is the actual last time we'll talk about it.
Could you tell us which one?
Let's see, so far I've gotten the chance to work with Michael Clark, if you know who that is. I've done like several events with him.
Um, well, I haven't, but they have heard of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other one?
Um, so far I do forget their names, but I definitely remember their faces. And I remember getting the chance to be in a workshop with them, and I learned quite a bit from them. They're great people.
Yeah.
I think they actually did do like quite a bit of work for, I believe, some military sites,
Mm.
or like people places of like historical relevance in the United
Oh,
States.
yeah, okay. Gotcha. So they like gave you like some experience, some lessons, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always good to have people, um, you know,
To guide you,
to
kind of.
guide you. Yeah, you always need, like, no matter where you're at, like even Drake may take sometimes singing lessons. I don't know, just to put an example. Um, I have another question. This could be a little way too complex to answer, but it's really good knowing that y'all are related to art. So, what do you all want your legacy to be like in terms of art?
Uh, like not thinking too much into it for me. Like successful fashion designer that people like didn't just buy it because it's a name brand and because it's expensive. Like I want my clothes to really have an impact on people, and yeah.
Hmm.
As an artist, I always strive for my work to always make people happy because I have a little saying is that if you can't live one day without smiling, then life ain't worth living.
Yeah.
And I like my work to instill happiness or laughter in others. So I want my work to go down as, for lack of a better words, having people have a good time.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
was, oh, sorry.
I would agree with both of them. Like, I would want my work to actually mean something to somebody and not just be there just to be
For me, I want my photos to be able to convey just how beautiful the world is. Because I feel like sometimes we get caught up in so much of the negative, we don't get the chance to just appreciate the things that are around us.
Hmm. Yeah, that happens a lot. Like there's some cases where you know, the richest person in the whole neighborhood is complaining about, oh, I don't have the latest iPhone, oh, I don't have the latest car or stuff like that, but they just don't see the good things around them. While other people that may not have as much economic stuff may sometimes feel even happier than those people who, you know, are like covered with money, you know.
Yeah, that's why I agree with what he said and think it's a good message that y'all are trying to spread
Mhm.
for others people that are down and depressed or dealing with other stuff.
Yeah, art could be like a gateway to, like, you know, clear your mind and just like, you know, get away from reality and just like, you know, avoid depression and all of it.
So, question, and don't mind me asking, but are you happy with the work that you make?
I absolutely am. It's the only thing I have that I'm proud of for myself.
Wow.
No doubt.
I am.
Yeah.
That should be the first thing everybody thinks about when they're making art or
Mhm.
anything in general. That they're happy with what they made, and as long as they feel like it's good for them, it is what it is.
Yeah. Mhm. This is all that matters at the end of the day. If you feel good with it and you feel proud of it, you're gonna keep doing it because it makes you feel good.
What's the longest um piece of art you ever worked on?
Like, how long did it take you?
Yeah.
I remember one piece of art I have to make is I had to make Christmas ornaments for a family friend and her child. That took about 5 weeks, I believe.
5 weeks.
What do you do?
Well, the Christmas ornaments were of Dr. Seuss characters, and I have to keep making copies of the same character. That's a fun story about that. I actually learned a new skill when I had to keep making new sculptures. It was resin casting.
Rest and what?
Say that again?
Resin casting. I would put the sculpture into a cup, cover it in silicone, and then get some resin, pour it in the cup, and make an exact copy of the sculpture.
Oh, that's like some sort of technique that you use.
Yes, that's how I can make multiple sculptures at once.
Yeah, molding.
Dang, that's 5 weeks. How do you feel after those 5 weeks?
Hmm, well, didn't want to do anything art related after that.
Yeah, like, did it feel like y'all know this feeling when y'all finish a show and then y'all feel like, what do I do with my life now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Watched through Daredevil and didn't know what I was supposed to watch after that.
Hmm. Pretty good show, yeah. Um, do y'all have any other long-term project y'all want to share?
Hmm. Well, as for me, no.
Who knows, in the future, maybe y'all will design the next White House. um, yeah, I want to ask one more question.
Is there any specific goal or piece you want to make in the future?
hmm.
Well, if designing like buildings count, I have been like getting more into like wanting to create buildings and things like shelters and things like that. So
Into what? Excuse me, I couldn't hear you.
I said designing buildings like as in like shelters and stuff.
Oh, like an engineer, kind of.
Yeah, or architecture.
I wish to. De-
Yeah.
I want to design some toys one day.
Toys?
Yes, toys,
Like,
Like what kind of toys?
dolls,
Dolls,
action figures, any kind.
figures.
We need more action figures.
yeah, we need, we do need more action figures. Yeah.
Keep a whole collection.
Hmm. When I was a kid, I would like die for one of those, or cars.
Yeah,
Those
absolutely.
cars, those fancy cars that you would like.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, the whole wheels. Yeah.
Yeah. Beyblades. All kinds of stuff.
Y'all know what we're talking about with Beyblades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was always on like half my Christmas list.
Anime was
Yeah,
back in the day.
it was great. Y'all got to watch the anime or only the toys?
Actually got to watch the anime.
Yeah, it was epic, epic. Um,
Interrupt.
Other question.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is our kids' end of the day today. We got one last assignment to do. I think they have time for maybe one more question. and then we're gonna have to go downstairs to get their assignment. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Of course.
All right.
Are there any events that Jubilee Arts is hosting to share their arts this summer?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
fashion show August 5th.
August 5th. Okay.
August 5th.
Keep it in mind, guys. The chat. Whoever wants to go to some art stuff, y'all gotta go over there.
So
where would it be?
Would it
Where
be?
would it-
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here, Jubilee.
Okay.
Like,
Like,
so
where is
Google
it at?
Maps, we just look up Jubilee Arts and we'll get there.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
1947 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Y'all heard. Yep. Okay, so that would be it for today, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Guys, I appreciate your time. I appreciate the answers y'all gave us. It was really amazing to have y'all here. I actually felt really great talking to y'all because I used to be into art a lot, but things change. But who knows? Maybe the future leads me up to art again, and maybe I'll remember this conversation. Who knows? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Enjoy the rest of your day. And
You too.
You too.
Y'all as well.
Thanks for having us.
All right.